Lymax Foundation distributes 600 school uniforms to primary school pupils in Idanre. Promises continuity by Adelanke Akinmoladun. The popular saying by John Holmes that there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up was vividly demonstrated by Lymax Foundation on the 31st of January 2026 as the foundation distributed 600 school uniforms with stockings to pupils of 6 public primary schools in Idanre local government area of Ondo State. The foundation, established in honor of the late Mrs. Lydia Akindolire, is owned and founded by Mr. Oludamola Akindolire, son of a retired General Manager, Operations of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN. The initiative reflects Mr. Akindolire's passion for supporting the less privileged and sustaining the enduring legacy of his late mother, an educationist. The event, which took place at the St. George's Primary School, Odode Idanre, brought together 100 pupils each from the beneficiary schools. These include St. George's Primary School, Odode Idanre, Baptist Primary School, Odode Idanre, Methodist Primary School, Odode Idanre, St. Paul's Anglican Primary School, Odode Idanre, St. Theresa's RCM Primary School, Alade Idanre, and St. Peter's Primary School, Aponmu Idanre, alongside their parents and guardians.
We will do it well, and by tomorrow we can do this order. In Jesus' name.
Like a diamond in the sky.
In his remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Professor Oludamola Akindolire, described the initiative as a worthy way of honoring the memory of the late Mrs. Lydia Akindolire. He noted that the gesture was a reflection of the values she instilled in her children and a testament to the good parenting, stressing that true honor is found in service to humanity.
We are here to witness an act of extraordinary generosity and compassion. The distribution of free school uniforms to our indigent students by the Lymax Foundation and the Odode Idanre family, in loving memory of their departed matriarch, the late Mrs. Lydia Akindolire. Death, they say, is inevitable, but the legacy we leave behind defines how we are remembered. Today, we celebrate not just the memory of a woman who lived, but the enduring impact of a life well lived. Mrs. Lydia Akindolire may have departed from this physical realm, but through the kindness and benevolence of her children, her spirit of giving continues to touch lives and transform our community. The decision by the Lymax Foundation and the Akindolire family to honor their mother's memory through this gesture speaks volumes about the values instilled in them. A mother who raised children with such compassionate hearts must have been a woman of exceptional character, love, and compassion. This donation is therefore not merely a charitable act. It is a testament to good parenting, strong family values, and the understanding that true honor comes from service to humanity.
Professor Akindolire further reiterated that education remains the bedrock of development in any society, calling for collective responsibility in supporting education for the underprivileged and advocating policies that promote educational equity.
Education, as we all know, is the bedrock of development and the greatest equalizer in society. And that's why we are here today. And that's why we must continue to salute this gesture that this foundation deemed it fit. So once again, I want to appreciate the Lymax Foundation and the trustees. Yet for many families in our community, the cost of basic educational necessities like school uniforms can be a significant burden. Some talented and brilliant children have stayed away from school simply because they lack proper uniforms. Today, Lymax Foundation has removed this barrier for many of our students, giving them not just clothing, but dignity, confidence, and renewed hope.
Speaking at the event, Mr. Oludamola Akindolire expressed appreciation to the chairman and all attendees. He encouraged the pupils to express confidence that despite their humble beginnings, they would grow to become great leaders of tomorrow.
Thank you very much. So our fathers have done well and our mothers have done well. I'd like to first of all say a very big thank you to the chairman of the occasion, who has extended his wealth of knowledge and has told us and challenged us that there is more to be done. But more importantly, he has also mentioned to you the value of education. He has attained the peak of his educational pursuits, and being a professor, he is in a position to say what he has said. Sir, we thank you very much. Thank you so much, sir. A round of applause for Prof. I would also like to thank my father, who is also the chairman of the foundation, and his lovely wife seated here. My mother, my wife, my sister, my auntie, amongst other things, Mrs. Akindolire, who is also present here as well. And all my big uncles, Uncle Eric, my uncle, and everybody seated here, please allow me to stand on the existing protocol. But before I go forward, I will be in trouble if I don't acknowledge the presence of my beautiful wife, who has always supported me all the way. Alade Idanre, Mrs. Akindolire. A round of applause for her, please. Today is a day to let you know that you matter. Today is a day to bring to your attention that the world, the country, we all see you. On behalf of Lymax Foundation and my siblings who are not present here, I am deeply honored to welcome you to this occasion. Today may look simple on the surface, but I know that many leaders will emerge from here today. We know that in our midst seated here, some of you in a few years will be seated on this side of the table. Some of you will be local government chairmen, some of you will be state senators, some of you will be principals, some of you will be governors, and some of you, and one of you will be president. The truth is, today is about hope, dignity, and opportunity. I was seated here with my father, who said he was an alumni of this school many years ago. And he said something, he said he used to come to school without shoes. That is not the case today. When he said without shoes, I couldn't ask if there was school uniform. Because if there are no shoes, then what are we talking about uniform for? You know? So, today is about hope. That Nigeria is changing. The fact that you can go to school with school uniform means that your future will be brighter. If he went to school without shoes, I'm sure without uniform, and attained where he is today, I am sure that you that have the confidence, that have the resources, the brain, and the capacity will go further.
He encouraged the pupils to express confidence that despite their humble beginnings, they would grow to become great leaders of tomorrow. He emphasized that the distribution of school uniforms goes beyond clothing, describing it as a confidence booster that promotes dignity and a sense of belonging among peers.
The benefit of education. At Lymax Foundation, no child should be denied the chance to lead, the chance to school, the chance to education. Education is the foundation of a strong society. Education is the basis of growth in anywhere we find ourselves. We are investing not just in you, we are investing in the future and what you are capable of doing. And this is the reason why we are gathered here today. Okay? Can any of you please let me know? Hello? Hello? Are you excited you are here today? Are you excited you are here today? So let me finish and then we can talk. So our dear children, wear these uniforms with pride. Let them remind you that there are people who believe in you, that we are cheering you on and we encourage you to study hard, be kind, and never stop dreaming. And don't let anybody tell you that despite your circumstances you cannot reach the top. The top belongs to you, and I encourage you to let you know that the sky is your starting point and not your destination. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for being part of this beautiful day. And may God bless every hand that has contributed. And may our children continue to grow, learn, and shine in everywhere they find themselves. Thank you very much.
Mr. Adeshemoye expressed his happiness for the effort of the foundation and also appreciated the founder for promoting the glory of the family Akindolire.
All our schools that are beneficiaries of this free school uniform by Lymax Foundation. I want to thank you. I want to thank you most sincerely for this good gesture. I want to inform you. Sit down. Next year, the next academic session. We really appreciate you because what you have done for us is beyond our expectation. You came to us, you will inform us of your name because one left to set up. And we wish you are happy. We pray that the Almighty God is going to bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Also, Dr. Adelanke Akinmoladun encouraged the students to be studious in their academics, noting that education is the best thing they could achieve in life.
Like our daddy said the other time, in school you go down in the 50s. Me, I was there in the 60s, in St. George's Primary School. But today, see where we are. You got carried between 1 year. So you need to wake up now. While the people who stood up today to say that you must be well kitted, you must look presentable to be able to study effectively and have a legalized base of studying.
While Mrs. Akindolire, Education Secretary, Idanre Local Government, thanks the founder and his team for the event. She encouraged the parents, most especially the mothers, to make education of their children a priority.
We are all brothers and sisters in this family. Brother Akindolire, I see how we look at Joker. It is well. All other protocols duly observed. Then I want to appreciate my Oga from above. Oga, Right Honorable Victor Olabinton, he sent a representative in person of Mrs. Abe. So I also want to appreciate my teachers. Teachers are great. Teachers are great. Teachers are great. First of all, I would like to talk to our parents, especially the mothers. Our young, we are closer to these children. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ our yeye dàn ní ìfọ̀dàn ẹ̀ la gbọ́. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ́ tí ṣàgbámẹ̀sán mẹ́gbà yẹn ṣe yìí lọ́mọ wá ní ìdíwá náírà. Ọdún mọ́ tún ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìdógò ìmúnẹ̀. Ìṣùgbọ́n yẹn ti lè mú alẹ́ ní ládàlọ́ yìí lẹ́gbẹ́. Ẹ̀wẹ́ mọ́jọ́ làwọn ṣe é. Ẹ̀rú yọ mẹ́ṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí. Dáwọ́ yọ mẹ́ṣẹ́ àbí mo kúrò ọmọ kan máa yí àbẹ́ ṣọ́nù kan bí irun. Ẹ ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ mú bí irun. Ẹ̀gbọ́n bàbá ẹ̀fọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìdí àti sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn yẹ̀yẹ́ wọn ti kóró. Màmá náà máa ráyé bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó ti kú 35 years ago. Ìlú ó ti kú. Ṣùgbọ́n èmi ti fọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé mo kúrò nítorí ìdí èyí àjàre. Àwọn bínú dẹ̀ta pa àwa yèyé. Àdàmú tún táwọn ọmọ wa.
Unveiling the school uniform, Right Honorable Victor Olabinton, ably represented by Mrs. Abe, noted that the event was a reflection of the vision and commitment of the Ondo State Governor, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, on basic education.
This event aligns with the vision and commitment of our dear Governor, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, to strengthen basic education and to make education affordable by all and sundry. You will recall that last year, our governor employed 2,000 teachers into both the primary and secondary school in Ondo State. This is because he believes that the best legacy anyone can give to mankind is education. And another says, no nation can rise above the quality of its education system, which means education dispels ignorance and it is a ladder that leads a society to greatness. This present administration has consistently demonstrated clear policies and deliberate actions that education remains a top priority by the prompt payment of counterpart funding with the Universal Basic Education Commission (UBEC) and payment of teacher salaries as at when due. From improved funding despite the urban renewal program that is ongoing, although government remains the chief driver of public education, however, we must admit that government alone cannot fund education. This initiation of Lymax Foundation reinforces the belief that education is a shared responsibility when government policies are fully supported by responsible private sector and community participation. The burden becomes lighter. On behalf of the Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, I want to commend Lymax Foundation for their thoughtfulness to support government at this critical period by demonstrating genuine commitment to our school children. May God prosper your foundation in Jesus' name. And to our pupils that are beneficiary. On behalf of Lymax Foundation, this uniform and shirt is presented to you, a head teacher, to give to our pupils today. So what will you say to Lymax Foundation? Instead of big thanks to Lymax Foundation, what will you wish to our pupils? To give to our pupils so that it can bear the burden of uniform sharing from our parents, from the parents. And I want you to encourage our children to also make judicious use of this uniform. They should not share it, and it should be well kept and very neat to school or every time. Thank you. Thanks to you, the next teacher of St. John's Primary School. This uniform and shirts to our pupils. What will you say to Lymax Foundation?
I want to express gratitude to Lymax Foundation for giving to give us this uniform. And I pray that the Lord Almighty will bless them in Jesus' name.
Members of staff, the Baptist Primary School, the parents, and the Baptist Church, because my pastor is here too. I want to sincerely appreciate this foundation, Lymax Foundation, for this gesture. It's quite a wonderful one. Ever since the day they told us they were bringing uniform, I have new enrollments more than before. I want to sincerely appreciate this foundation for this great gesture. It goes a long way to my school personally. So I want to say thank you very much for this. May the Lord God continue to bless you, expand the foundation, bless the family, and preserve every one of us. And the children also, the Lord will bless them, so like Daddy prays in the future, they'll be able to do more in Jesus' name.
And the teacher of the Anglican Primary School, Aponmu, to say a big thank you for Lymax Foundation generosity. More of this in good hands and Jesus'
In an interview with Platinum Television, Mr. Odode Idanre, chairman and father of the founder Lymax Foundation, described the foundation as a fulfillment of his late wife's lifelong dream for education. He assured that the foundation's activities will be sustained as a continuous exercise aimed at preserving her noble legacy.
Well, by 1989, I lost my wife, the mother of Oludamola Akindolire, and this is more or less a continuation of the dream of the young woman. She died at the age of 32, and the mother happened to be the last born. And about a few years ago, we came here to rededicate the tomb, and the children got themselves together that God living, they will set up a foundation to support education of people, because their mother was equally an educationist. When we say foundation, it's a continuous process. As a matter of fact, before the woman left, she started a school. The name of the school is Lymax Foundation Nursery and Primary School. At that age, she was a very big businesswoman, and it will not be a one-time program. I'm sure by the time you start seeing them rolling out the program, they will tell you the next stage of the program. Education, like Nelson Mandela said, and our late sage said, education is the only solution to poverty.
Also speaking, Dr. Omotayo Dairu recounted his long-standing relationship with the Akindolire family, noting that he had known them for over 7 decades. He described the late Mrs. Lydia Akindolire as a dedicated teacher and commended her children for preserving and promoting her legacy. He urged parents to prioritize the education of their children.
Well, I've known this family for upwards of 7 decades. And Adelanke was my classmate at Adelanke Grammar School, and so we grew up together. So I knew about the relationship, about the marriage, and the demise of the wife about 37 years ago was a great loss to that family. Lydia, who gave birth to these children and whom activities these children are being honored, was a teacher, and I'm sure that is why the children are now using an education endowment to ensure that they leave a legacy for their mother. It's quite a wonderful one, and we give God the glory that the kids that were very young when the mother passed away are now grown up to be able to do this one for their mother. Once you are educated, your scope is widened, and that is why you can say that the children now is the education that the woman gave to her children at very early age, which the father continued after the wife's demise, is what has produced these children. So they are trying to ensure that they replicate themselves in the society. These are very, very, very successful children that we all know all over the country. And at their young age, if they are able to do this one, sky is their limit.
So for him to be encouraging education is a special understanding which I think is divinely given to him, and I wish him quite a lot of success in the activity. And that there is no community that can reach great advancement without education. My advice is that parents should do everything humanly possible that they expose their children to education and for them to be able to succeed. And I will appeal to the very young ones that are coming here, that are growing up in this community, that it is the education that they have that is going to distinguish them in the world and that is going to assist them to get to higher level. Everything possible to encourage education should be done, and definitely this is an example of what Lymax is starting, and we would definitely join them to reinforce that idea.
In a similar vein, Mrs. Oludamola Akindolire, in her motherly role, offered prayers for God's continued guidance and strength for the founder, Mr. Oludamola Akindolire, and the entire family as they sustain the good works and memory of the late Mrs. Lydia Akindolire.
The Lord will continue to strengthen him and the family because he is a married man. Oludamola Akindolire is the name. Advice mo lamu ko ni fi sùúrù o n se kékeré, and very, very calm, very respectful. Ó bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Rebeti fi ayé bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, ó ní ìmọ̀ Ọlọ́run, ó ní ìbẹ̀rù. And I will continue to say is my son to the core. Òdòdó àjẹkù wá níwájú Ọlọ́run àti èèyàn, aka tẹ̀síwájú, ògo wọn aka búyọ, àṣerere lójú ẹ̀mí wa, á ti mọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ẹni mọ̀ pé wọn lórúkọ Jésù. Àdúrà mi fi dá tẹ̀síwájú nínú ìlú.
Speaking on the sponsor and the foundation, Mrs. Jumoke Akindolire, wife of the founder, and Honorable Deacon Mayokun Akinmoladun, had this to say.
For the longest time, Mommy was an educator. She had a school called Lymax, which is what the foundation is named after. And she has always, her legacy had always been education. And so what we thought when we want to start a foundation, what is a befitting thing to do in her name? And then we decided that we will be working with underserved children in different communities, providing back to school materials, and maybe sometime in the future developing curriculums and building schools just to again honor the legacy of such a great woman. Like I said, it's a matter of legacy, so perpetuity is important to us, and what we're trying to do is we're self-funding at the moment, but after a while we'll open it up to the public so people can sponsor children, people can donate to children, and then also, people can give contributions. We'll probably apply for some grants in the future, but we do have plans to make it sustainable because it's something that shouldn't end here. Well, I would say that they should again look at the life of the founder. His mom passed on when he was about 4, barely 4, and here he is giving back to the community. So there's nothing that is impossible. Just keep dreaming, keep doing the work, keep praying, and everything will work out fine.
Yeah, we bless the name of the Lord for Lymax Foundation, organized by Mr. Oludamola Akindolire, the last born of Mrs. Lydia Akindolire, who died about 35 years ago. And they are doing it in honor of their late mother. Mrs. Lydia Akindolire, she was the wife of Mr. Akindolire, the retired General Manager of Operations of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. The man who had impacted so many lives in this community, a hospitable man, a man with great large heart that accommodated a lot of people while he was in service. And the woman, from what we heard about her, was a woman that, loved people around her. At the time, history told us that more than 15 people were in their house in Benin and in Lagos. And all these people today are great men in the society. So bless the name of the Lord for her life and the children, because the woman is an educationist and they are doing it in honor of her. Today, they are distributing free uniforms to 600 pupils in primary school in the local government.
It is an inaugural program, and it's a program that is going to be continuous. My advice to the beneficiaries, that is the pupils, is that they should look at this, that today they are young, tomorrow they are the future leaders, and that they should be dedicated, committed, and give their best to education so that they'll be able to give back to their community, to their society, as Mr. Damola is doing today. So whatever things they are receiving today, they should look at it as an honor, and they are going to do more.
Oludamola Akindolire, reporting for Platinum Television.